Welcome to Psychiatric Painting with Perry. Gonna try something new this episode. I'm gonna paint this, and then I'm going to record the audio later. So, it feels funny, because I'm recording the audio later, and I didn't have anything planned. I had very little planned for this. I knew I just wanted to have some kind of funky background, so I put down a yellow paint, and, what's that color? It's not quite blue, but it's not quite green. It's turquoise. So it's just kind of like going back between yellow and blue, trying to get a cool, funky design. But really, what ended up was just kind of like this generic color. It looks good. The idea for this came from an episode of The Office, when Aaron was trying to win back Andy. She was doing a sock puppet show, and she's like, "Oh, only a kiss could make me a real girl." And she's hiding behind it. And Kevin got really enamored with the puppets. And it cut to the cutaway scene. He's like, "Yeah, I just wish that the puppets would talk a little bit more about the alphabet. You know, A, B, etc. Almeno, P, F." It just made me laugh. So I decided I wanted to paint that. It's been a while since I did a small painting. In the previous episodes, I've been doing slightly larger canvases, which is I'm not used to doing. And I did it in a style where I rushed myself because it was for the show. I was making the show first, and the paintings were kind of second. I wanted to get out in front of my black eyes and kind of make it like a learning experience, I guess. Like, so people could listen and try to open up about their mental health. It's the hardest thing to do, and it's the most personable thing to do. Geez, the background just ended up looking green, don't it? I didn't like the way the brush strokes were facing, so I kind of like made sure it was all zigzag, all at a 45-degree angle. And instead of just writing down the letters, I decided to use a stencil, and I just had this stencil from a thrift store. I'm pretty sure I'm just looking for it now. Where the heck is that thing? I haven't had very good luck with stencils. I always make such a big mess. So I decided to take it into the thing. Make sure it's all straight there for the video. It is a YouTube video after all. You're watching me paint, being extra creative. I have this color wheel sitting around, and it said that orange was a good color. And violet. So I started going with the purple, dark purple. I believe the paint color is just called violet. African violet. Oh, I'm triggered. So yeah, A, B, etc. I didn't write down the etc. And then my bright idea here was not to move the canvas, the thing, and just move on. I was going to change the color. Oh, I did move it. I lined it up directly underneath it, and you can see I did some major smudge work with the B, and I grabbed the yellow paint, but I didn't grab, or the orange paint, I mean, but I didn't grab the good orange paint. I grabbed the really weak one. I think it's called bright orange. I'm used to using pumpkin orange, which is a little more of a solid orange that the dollar store sells. So I was just kind of slopping it on. Didn't care how it looked like. And then you can see as I pull it away, I'm not happy with it. God damn it, that looks terrible. So I quickly run to my room, which is where I have my painting shirt, which is what I normally wear for these. Oh look, I even left a little paintbrush mark on the top right corner. And yeah, I went and grabbed the t-shirt so I could just wipe it off. I don't know if I show it. I did a little bit of editing because there's a lot of dead space in this. I didn't feel like talking over the whole thing. Yeah, there, my painting shirt. It's just a rag now. Get down the background and everything, you can see the white of the canvas. It just looks terrible. So, I just continue on with I'm like, I'm just gonna own it. It's only a 5x7 painting. I've never actually sold a painting, so I don't even know if they're worth anything. An original Garrett Perry painting. But I have so many, it would be nice to get rid of some at the same time. So it's kind of like a mixture between the orange and the purple at this point. But I get smart. Now I take off the canvas and I wipe it down for the next layer. Ha! As you can see, the background is just like a weird, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a work background that ends up being a piece of art. So I've done that a few times now, where I just like have a canvas and use it as my go-to table, and it makes me lazier, so I don't have to like, oh, what, I'm not gonna make a mess where I'm working. I almost like have a goal of like making a mess of where I'm working. Elemento. I didn't want to put P right away. I wanted to separate the P, so I stop at this layer at the Elemento. I'm like, oh, done. Take off the whatever that thing is. I know I called it normal. Oh, the end looks terrible. Stencil, clean it off. Gonna put P on the next layer. Everything you need to know. I decided to offset it again. It's just like a really artistic style that I wouldn't know. I see it used in poem books where they just kind of have the type print is kind of like an artistic style too. And then go clean off the P. Gonna end with the F. But it looks really terrible at this point. So, when I finish the F here, I didn't even put the P and the F together too well. Put a space there. Thank you, The Office, giving me all the entertainment I ever wanted. So I just wanted to cover up the crappiness. So here, while it's just kind of sitting here, I'm reaching around, grabbing a little bit of black paint. I think I use the same paintbrush, and I grab some liquid from my paint jar. I have like a liquid paint jar where I just like dump my paintbrushes in really lazily. So I was making some really thin black paint, and I guess it's called splatter art. And I kind of just go to town on it. Leave a little up to the imagination. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to sign this. I'm going to have to sign this at a later date. That's how I wanted to end all my videos. But, I don't know. I just wanted to get this video out there. Making a few podcasts. Wanted to stay a little bit relevant, at least to myself. I'm working on a couple big pieces in between that I didn't film. There's one where I was Mr. PG from Prince George, holding up a sword, and he's wearing a Link hat, and in the sky is just the moon from Majora's Mask. And then in the background is Prince George Playhouse. And then on the other side of him is the camera guy, the cloud guy from Mario, holding the camera, specifically from Mario 64. See, I really like this, but I wanted to add some orange into the black, but I could barely see it. There's like one big sprout of orange there right away, but then the rest of the little dots kind of look a little black. I should have just grabbed a new paintbrush, but I wanted to get it very consistent too. Note time. Thank you for watching. This has been Patriotic Painting with Perry. This is episode 7, I believe. A, B, L, M, N, O, P, F,